Are we on the air?
No, not at all. Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I'm your host, Jose Garza, and tonight we're here live to talk about some NFL football, specifically the AFC South, and even more specifically, our top 15 edge rushers in the league today. Joining me tonight is the sports mailman, Joe Casillas. And of course, it's the man who will debate you until you submit, until you can't go any longer. It is the debate king. It is Milton Win.
The
What's going on,
president of the
fellas?
Broad Party fan club, everybody.
Proud, by the way. Yes.
Trevor
Yes.
Lawrence, Stan. and
Hey, keep it going.
David
Both
Carr
sexual?
lover.
Okay. Well, Derek. So get it
Oh,
straight.
Derek,
First off.
David.
Hey, no, they're not the same. You both stop it. You're gonna egg Jose on, and y'all are gonna piss me off early. But it's good to be here, guys. I can't wait to talk about some football with you, fellas.
I don't know. I don't know what I'd be doing. First of all, Angel in the comments, I can't see on the side right now, but it says my goats. And he also says, I'll submit to Milton anytime.
Well, good to see you, Angel. Really good to see you, man. Always.
That's the president of the Milton fan club right there, Angel.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He only dissed me one time.
And now he loves you forever.
Now he loves me forever, and I appreciate it. We love you, Angel.
Forever and ever.
And ever. Well, guys, obviously we've had an interesting weekend or previous week since the last episode. We've heard about car accidents with coaches. We've heard about a lot of injuries already happening. And just week 1, 4 days into training camp. It's ridiculous. San Francisco, get the ER doctors in there because, my God, what's going on with y'all? But, guys, we're not going to talk about that. We can't.
Electric field.
We can't talk about everything that's going on right now. We can only talk about what we came to focus to talk about. AFC South. That's Tennessee Titans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Indianapolis Colts, and the Houston Texans. 4 teams that, well, quite frankly, you don't know what the hell you're going to get that year. Sometimes we feel like it's predictable, and then sometimes out of nowhere, when we think we have all the answers, they change the damn questions. So, guys, let's get started. Obviously, we go by worst to first from last year, and that's the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans still led by Cam Ward as the quarterback, second-year guy with the number 1 coming off a lackluster rookie season. Not entirely his fault, obviously.
Well, at the end of the year, he started. You could see the flashes of why he was the number 1 pick.
Yeah, for sure. To be fair, also there wasn't that many other options. To be fair, but nonetheless, now they've changed up the whole crew. Instead of bringing in some guys that look great or whatever, they brought in the ball crew. They brought in Robert Saleh. They brought in Brian Daboll. They brought in a bunch of baldies. And I don't know, guys, if you get sunburnt, they might be able to succeed this year. Joe, I'm gonna start with you because you're high on Cam Ward. How do you feel about this? Obviously, coaching changes, the roster changes, the GM changes. How do you feel this will improve the Titans overall this year?
I'm just glad they got him a real offensive-minded coach. Callahan, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Horrible the past couple of years over there. Now, Brian Daboll, everybody will say he was the reason why Josh Allen turned into Josh Allen all those years back in Buffalo. So hopefully he can, redo it again, with Cam Ward. They brought in some key pieces. I feel like what he needed, keep bringing Tate from Ohio State, their first-round draft pick, and then you get Wandale Moore out of the Giants after his breakout season. So you give him 2 weapons, and hopefully that's what he needs moving forward. Year healthy again. Him at the end of the year started to come back to form. This offense looks like on paper, looks like it can, put up 25 points easy or more.
Milton, obviously Robert Saleh, Brian Daboll let go from their New York teams, Buffalo and not Buffalo. What the heck am I saying? Yeah, New York. Both the teams there.
Jets, Giants, right?
Yeah. Both teams, Brian Daboll with the Bills, but he wasn't let go there. Nonetheless, they're now together after those dreadful years. They've tried to recover from bad seasons with those New York teams. Robert Saleh did great for 1 year off with San Fran again, right? We all knew it was going to happen. Robert Saleh's a good defensive mind.
For sure.
Was he ready to be the head coach? Was he the right choice coming off last year for Cam Ward? Is Joe's always been on, he needs an offensive minded guy to lead a young guy. They brought in Brian Dable, very smart guy. He brought up Josh Allen. Right. But is Robert Saleh the right guy to lead this crew?
So, to Joe's point, yes, because of the circumstance. Bringing Brian Daboll as the offensive play caller, that's where he's playing. Exactly. That's where he's playing his hand well. That's where I believe, this is way too early, but he has learned from his prior mistakes. In the Jets, it's the Jets. So the Jets are just Jets. But going back with Shanahan, seeing how Shanahan kind of runs it, because obviously now he has a different perspective, I think that only did positives for Saleh. So to answer your question, yes, I think he is the right person for the job, especially with one of the first decisions bringing Brian Daboll over as the OC, for sure.
Joe, Tennessee had 2 first-round picks. They used the number 4 pick to get Carnell Tate out of Ohio State, and they got Kendrick Falk out of Auburn. 1 defensive, 1 offensive guy. Are those the right pieces to add around this team? Tell me, Doug, how do you feel?
It's building blocks for this team. Like, I think people have to be wary of how this team's going to look right now. It's not a finished product yet, but there's building blocks. You got Cam Ward, you have Carnell Tate, you got guys on the defense that are turning around. Like Jeffrey Simmons is still that key cog on that side of the ball. So, a lot of people want everything at a finished product so quick, so fast. At least with this division, it's a winnable division in my opinion, just because what the Texans haven't done over the past couple of years, fully capitalize on like the lackluster performances from the other teams. And now these other teams are starting to come back up to par, so I think within a year or two, I think Tennessee can arguably compete for this division. I think they're about a year away.
Okay. Not too bad. Obviously, Milton, we have a lot of questions still. I feel like we and as we should for the squad. Mm-hmm. What's one thing you want to see changed from this squad going forward? Like, obviously not from the coaches or the players situation. What do you want to see out of this squad moving forward?
When you say not play,
like now we're talking about the coaching staff, right? Like, obviously we already went into that one.
Right.
What do you want to seek out of this team? Like, is this team good enough to win a division? What do you want coming out of this thing?
Right. Well, with this team specifically, again, like Joe said, it's early. You see the pieces, which helps. I think a win for them is going to just be how competitive are you going to be? Because last year and even the year prior, it would just reeked of dysfunction. They had the most penalties. I remember bringing that up on our preview of Tennessee last year. They had the most penalties, turnovers, worthy plays, not a lot of success in their direction. So I think a win for the Tennessee Titans this year is just going to be, how competitive are you in meaningful games, especially in your division? How do they play the divisional games? Do they just get mollywopped by everybody and get bullied? Because that's not going to fly. I think Robert Saleh is a good hire just so he can – one thing he can do is he can instill a identity, one on defense, but in general overall toughness from any organization. The Jets sucked, but they were tough outs. And when they had adequate quarterback play, they didn't suck that bad, kind of thing. It was always one thing after the other, bad OC, bad whatever. So the main thing for the Jets to win this year I'm not considering a win making the playoffs, because I don't think that's feasible. Some people are high on them and people are thinking worst to first. I don't think this division is that. Not this division, not right now. I think the other 3 teams are a bit far ahead of Tennessee, but Tennessee All they have to do is make it competitive and show that they have a new identity.
Joe, last question before we get your predictions for this season for them. Can Cam Ward be a top 15 quarterback by the end of the season?
Most definitely. I think now with the weapons he has around him, because last year, the guys he had Calvin Ridley as his number one wide receiver. And you saw how he played last season. And now you get Carnell Tate from Ohio State, the wide receiver factory that it is. Wandale Moore with Brian Dable yet again. I think with those two guys, and then you have, the running back tandem that they have, Pollard, and I can't think of the other guy's name off the top of my head. Spears. They can be a really good, sneaky offense. I feel like it could be a top 15-ish offense.
Let me, before we go into Joe's, I got a question for both of you guys, whoever wants to answer. So offensively, I agree with Joe. Defensively, identity-wise, again, I think they'll be tough. I don't like their secondary whatsoever.
No.
Bringing Alontae Taylor and Fiat, of course, it might be better than nothing, but I don't think this is the end-all, be-all for this defense. Fellas, when y'all look at this roster, just overall, the weaknesses that we've seen is, of course, their defense was putrid, but what they were good at was their interior defensive line was so good because Jeffrey Simmons and Tavondre Sweat. Sweat's gone, but they bring over a pass rusher that's very familiar with Rob Saleh and Jermaine Johnson and the other brother from the Jets as well. So I believe they had a non-existent pass rush other than from Simmons in the interior, which is, shout out to Simmons, one of the best interior defensive linemen in the game. But now I believe they'll have a good pass rush. I think there are weaknesses in this interior other than Simmons where against the run, they could be outed. If we had to pick as far as the biggest weakness of this roster in general, what would y'all say? I'm more of the belief of that interior defensive. There's a couple areas you can go, but I say the interior defensive line and the run stopping ability is going to probably cause problems. But what say y'all?
I think Robert Saleh can fix a lot of that. We've seen him with lackluster defensive players, and he's been able to mold them to be a fresh, tight unit. We saw it last year. The Niners were plagued with injuries on both sides, but especially the defense. Even when they lost Fred Warner, somehow, some way, Robert Saleh kept them together to where they were still one of the top defenses on the team and kept them winning a lot of those games. They kept them alive so that when Mac Jones was the quarterback or Brock Purdy was the quarterback, they can still survive. So I'm not too worried about the front seven. I am concerned, as you mentioned earlier, the back four, the secondary. Those guys are going to be a little sus. They're going to be questionable. But if, like in any situation, if you can get a good enough pass rush, if you can get those front four guys to add on pressure, it makes life a lot easier for the secondary. Is that going to work out for every game for Tennessee? Absolutely not, right? They're going to get some heavy hitters down the road. You see them against Dallas. You see them against Cincinnati this year. Detroit. Those are the teams that are just going to be able to pick them apart easily. But they're going to be getting probably with some squeaky wins with the teams that are not as, functional. They're more dysfunctional.
Sure. What about y'all's outlook on the offensive line? Been a problem. I think it still could be a problem.
It's a young line, but I think if it's healthy, it could be one of those up-and-coming lines. They've been drafting linemen for the past couple of seasons.
Right.
They just have to be healthy.
Can Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears alleviate a lot of the pressure of the O-line, right? Can they help out to where they don't get worn down? Because if it becomes a pass-heavy team where they have to, keep running it back and everything, they're going to get destroyed. Cam Ward's going to get destroyed. They're going to have find a perfect balance. That's on Brian Dable. This is your realm, but Papa, so you better be able to find a way. You're right, Milton. This is probably a bottom 10 O-line. Maybe bottom 5. Let's be honest. When you're looking at all the names here. But, if they can execute a good run game, I don't think they'll be okay. Enough. Okay enough.
Right. Sure. I get you. That's all I got.
All right. Angel says, you guys got me fired from being a surgeon. I left mid-surgery to watch you guys. My patient died.
Oh. We do not condone that. If you're
Oh,
a surgeon,
you know,
please do not come after us, people. We don't.
pay
We want you
pay
to make
a
sure you stay alive.
you pay attention to your work if you're watching the Puro Pinche Sports Channel. Okay.
All right, Joe, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to predict the 2026 Tennessee Titans regular season record. All right, Joe. Week 1 versus the Jets.
That is a W for the Titans.
Week 2 against the Eagles.
That is unfortunately a loss for them.
Week 3 at the Giants.
At the Giants, I actually give them a W right here. Brian Dable is gonna, cook up something against his former team. And the Giants are gonna be riding high in the early part of the season. They're gonna be thinking Harbaugh is gonna save them, the coach that we've been needing the past couple of years. And no,
Okay. All right. Week 4 at Baltimore.
that's a L.
Week 5 against Houston.
That's another L.
Week 6 at Indy.
At Indy, an L.
All right. Week 7 against Cleveland.
That's a W.
All right. And then week 8 at Cincinnati.
At Cincinnati, is it an early game? Do you have the time by chance?
It's a noon game for them.
Yep.
That's a L. I wanted that was one of the games I went back and forth with. Could they win? Because now Shamar Stewart possibly could be out this season.
He's a non-factor. Let's be
I
honest.
felt
he's
like
a non-factor.
I felt like he was gonna help.
Well, yeah, he'll help for sure, Joe. I feel you, Jose.
He's a non-factor. He had 2 sacks in his college career, dog. Come on.
But interior
point.
wise,
Good point.
he was gonna be looked at to help out Dexter,
For sure.
big time. So now Dexter is gonna be all by himself again.
Sexy Dexy's always been alone. He don't need no help. All right, 3 and 5 going into the bye. Week 10 against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Is that home or away?
Home.
They get a W.
All right. Week 11 at Dallas.
It's a L.
All right. Week 12 at Jacksonville.
At Jacksonville, that's a L.
All right. Week 13 against Washington.
That's a W.
All right. Week 14 at Detroit.
That's a L.
All right. Week 15 against Indy.
At Indy or
No, it's at home.
it's at home. That's a L for them.
All right. Week 16 at Vegas.
That's a W for them.
Week 17 against Pittsburgh.
That's a L.
And then finally, week 18 at Houston.
At Houston, that's a L.
So if I'm not mistaken, Milton, I got 6 and 11 out of Joe.
Yep.
All right.
6 and 11, Joe. I respect that, dude. Did you by chance, Jose, have a record?
I don't, but it'd be lower than that.
So I actually have higher. I got him 7 and 10.
Oh, really?
The last
7,
week,
12.
the last week it was like back and forth depending on Houston's, seeding wise. I felt like they're going to be fighting for seeding, so they won't sit nobody that last week. Like I feel like they'll have the division, but I think they could be fighting for a better standing. So I think they would play their guys.
I think I could have agreed with you for the most part, except the 2 games I actually have a lot of questions about. It's week 3 against the Giants, and then actually week 16 against the Raiders. I think the Raiders are going to be a lot better than what you gave them there. Actually,
Or did no? I think
what-
I gave. Yeah, I think I got to go back and look at the papers because I'm driving right now.
No, you think the Raiders are going to win?
Yeah, I think I had the Raiders beating the Titans.
Oh, no, Joe, you said the Raiders are going to lose, but I get you.
Yeah.
But I'll say, okay.
No,
and especially
on the Raiders video, he said the Raiders will lose to the Titans.
No.
I
No.
I know here. We're talking about the Raiders video. We're talking about the Raiders.
We got to
He
look.
he might have said
Yeah, so because that was the thing. Like whenever I have all my papers, like I'm having to like look through everything, and that's the thing when we do it like this too. Sometimes I forget, like, oh shit, like let me go back to look what I said for this week to that week.
Definitely
So then at that point, then they would be 5 and 12. I think they're going to be really competitive, and I think offensively they're going to be kept in the games. But that secondary back there, That's what's going to lose them a lot of games for the season, in my opinion, because I feel like the front will be okay. Robert Sala usually cooks it up there, gets pass rush pretty easily. I just think secondary wise, Snead didn't work out, so they got rid of him. He's back with Kansas City. And
Yeah.
that secondary, nowadays, you have to have a decent to top middle secondary if you're going to try to get to the playoffs. And,
Right.
that's why I feel like that's going to hold them back moving forward.
In the Raiders video, you did give the Raiders the win over the Titans. You gave them a 3-game win streak to end the season. So
Yeah. So 5-12 then.
So 5-12 for them, for realistically. But I mean, I can see Milton's thing, but I also think the Giants game is a toss up too. To be fair,
for
I
sure.
just think too. Malik Neighbors, you don't know if he's cleared yet. Scatterboo's over there doing backflips. Jackson Dart, him and his questionable things that he does off the field. How's that work with the locker room? I know that's kind of been weary with some of the guys like that already. So it's like, how is this functionality going to be with that game? And I feel like that game's going to be kind of crazy.
Well, we can talk about the politics around the Giants in a few weeks. Until then, we move on to the Indianapolis Colts, where it was reported yesterday that Daniel Jones is cleared to full participation now. I still think we're looking at now 7 months since the incident where he tore his Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
I think that sounds way too early. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not Daniel Jones. I'm not his Achilles. I didn't heal up, so I'm not there. I can't do anything. But Jim Bob Cooter, Shane Steichen, Carly Ursay Gordon, Milton. This is a team that you believed in last year with Daniel Jones being a competent quarterback that can lead them to win a division. And at first, until injuries, to both legs
was cooking.
Daniel Jones was looking good. They had started a solid 8-2 record before the bye, and then they died and never won a game again.
For sure.
So
yeah, they definitely.
So
the Jonathan Taylor juice ran out. That's what happened.
I mean, when Daniel apparently if you don't got Indiana Jones, there is no Jonathan Taylor juice. But nonetheless, Milton, obviously this year they didn't have a first-round pick. They traded that away to get Sauce Gardner last year mid-season. Horrible, says Joe. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I mean, Sauce Gardner is still a good DB, guys. But maybe not.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, Joe. Well, Jose go for it. I want to ask Joe how he feels about that.
I mean, go for it, guys. Let's debate that.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm like, you trade for Sauce Gardner to go all in, like if you're gonna win the Super Bowl, like off that pick. And I was just questioning, like, if you're gonna try to get a cornerback that's gonna win you a Super Bowl, I think there's only possibly 2 guys in this league right now that could possibly do it. That's Stingley and Surtain. After that, I'm like, I'm not trading two or three first rounders for that.
Go ahead. Sorry, Joe.
I'm not going to do that because their roster is not as good, even with Sauce Gardner, than the Texans. So it's like, why do that?
Right, but you have to. But you have to compete, and at the time,
they're competing though.
It's hindsight. Right. They're competing, but they know that there's probably a ceiling, and so to get above that ceiling, you bring a guy like Sauce Gardner, which I understand, like turnover wise, sure, he might not be a Stingley or a Surtain, but when it comes to locking down a side of the ball, locking down a side of the field, he still does that. People bring up just the one play that he got cooked on, which was just a great play by the receiver. That's it. He doesn't get scored on. He doesn't get mossed. None of that kind of stuff happens. And at the time of the trade happening, it made all the sense. Like they know their window is short. And they're like, we're cooking guys. Daniel Jones actually doesn't suck here. Jonathan Taylor's on a legendary run. If we had a top game-changing corner, and the other 2 that you named obviously weren't being shopped. At least Sauce Gardner was a top name that was actually, being shopped, because normal top corners are not on the market.
No.
So I think it was a good move. Like, obviously, hindsight, it doesn't look good now. Fair enough. But at the time,
I just thought about it like, if you make a splash like that, then that should put your team over the top, where you're kind of on the cusp of competing for a Super Bowl. Then it's going to put you over to that.
But it should have. Why do you think it didn't?
I
They
just
were
I just
on the
didn't
they
think
were
that.
they were 8-2. They were beating a lot of teams, and then they were obviously they're good, and then now you get even better. So that doesn't that definitionally put you over the top? Now, you might not think they would have won the Super Bowl, but I mean nobody thought
Yeah,
they would be 8-2.
I
You
just
know,
didn't think they were gonna win their division.
but they
Even with
were.
that
It was
move,
looking like it though.
it was
They were
looking
eight
like
and
it. But
two.
I was just like, eventually the sky's gonna fall, and Daniel Jones is gonna become Daniel Jones once again.
But he
And
didn't.
he got
Just got
hurt.
hurt.
Like
Right.
nevertheless,
Right. I got you. All right. Go ahead, Jose. We interrupted.
No, you're good. I don't mind a healthy debate. Come on now.
Good.
But I mean, nonetheless, guys, they've reamped. They re-signed Alec Pierce to a nice big contract, and I'll be honest, it was a little more than I would have given him. But that's just me. But I understand how much of a hot commodity he was for the offseason, so they had to bid high technically. But nonetheless, this is going to be an interesting year. This is a team that finished with a third place schedule because they ended up losing 7 straight games. That essentially with Daniel Jones getting hurt,
right?
And so, yeah, it's begs a lot of questions. They didn't really win the draft because they didn't have a first round pick. Their early second round pick was traded to Pittsburgh, and so now we're left with some questions. Can a healthy Daniel Jones with Jonathan Taylor, Tyler Warren, with this defense, with Shane Steichen and the GM's jobs possibly on the line, Chris Ballard, can this team overcome and win the South? Milton, I'm going to start with you because this is a team you were very much in favor for last year.
Yeah. Well, can they contend? Of course, because people, what I have been watching to keep up to date, some prediction videos, and a lot of people have just poo-pooed on the Colts. Like they're going to absolutely suck, just like they said last year, Jose. And all I said, I said they were going to win that's cool and all, but all I said was I don't see that point. You could say they'll miss the playoffs. You could say they'll be mediocre. You could say all that, but to absolutely suck is something the Colts haven't really done under Shane Steichen. So I just didn't understand that take. And now with Daniel Jones, like everybody leaning towards he's going to be the week 1 starter, still having the opinion of they're going to absolutely suck and win 3 to 4 games. I don't think there's an argument for that. I don't understand. The schedule is not that tough. They didn't get much better when it comes to anything. Like you said, Jose, their main thing was re-signing. They re-signed Alec Pierce. And of course, Sauce Gardner, they got Davis Ward and all that. And all they did was really re-sign and kind of let some, not major pieces, but depth pieces go. So I could understand maybe the reluctancy on, they're going to be on fire like that 8-2 again. I could totally see the reluctancy there, but still you have a good secondary, good safety room, good corners. You have a proven good offensive line. Now, is the offensive line as great as 2 years ago? Possibly not, but I believe in continuity with these guys, and they just did next man up. They lost their right tackle in Braden Smith. That was confusing to me, but they got a guy in-house. The guard situation is going to be fine. So offensive line, I think, is fine. I'll say more than competent. Jonathan Taylor, still freaking Jonathan Taylor. The one move that really made me confused, Jose and Joe, is once you re-signed Alec Pierce, which I think was good. Now, overpay, maybe. I'm not really against you there because he hasn't really proven anything, but we don't know how, training, we don't know how behind closed doors is. But releasing Michael Pittman Jr., just letting him go, and not really having a replacement. You don't have depth at the receiver position. That's where people want to push on that. I totally get that, and I would agree. Alec Pierce isn't going to be there for the first couple games, I don't think. And then your number 1 at that point is going to be Josh Downs, which I think is going to have a good year, is a career year, in my opinion. I just think if you look at this team overall, there's some weaknesses, sure. But if you look at all the teams, other than the Houston Texans, actually, they don't have as many weaknesses, in my opinion, as the other teams. Again, secondary is fine. Linebacking core is suspect. Zaire Franklin was a key piece for them historically, but last year he absolutely sucked. Sorry. He sucked very bad. And you get a guy in Allen in the draft, which is a perfect schematic fit. You have to trust Lou Anarumo. That's all I was saying last year. I was like, they're bringing Lou over there. The defense is not going to absolutely suck. They're going to be pretty good. They are going to be reliant on Daniel Jones, one, but then two, Latu. We're talking about edge rushers. Lyra Latu taking that next step. I think all measurements, all tape, all stats lean towards that he is going to take that next step, but he has to prove that for this team to be a divisional winner.
Joe, how are you feeling overall about Indy? Obviously, Indiana Jones was a thing last year, especially for our boy Milton. How do you feel they're going to overcome, some questions this year?
I just think in this division, you don't have to do much to be competitive in. You have to have a decent quarterback play, okay running back play. And I'm like, running back wise, you probably have, if I'm not mistaken, probably the best running back in the whole division.
Easily.
So you don't have to do much for this division. It's not a like grind out, drag out, beat out kind of division. So you don't have to do much. And, last season proved that, whenever Daniel Jones was healthy, the defense was able to bend, not break for the most part. Alex Pierce broke out. And, can that happen again? Pittman got traded. I was kind of surprised about that. So now, wide receiver wise, you weren't very big to begin with. And you just hope that Warren is going to fill that need a wide receiver / tight end monster, which he was becoming before Daniel Jones got injured. So is Warren going to kind of fill that role that Pittman's going to leave behind? Because you saw the glimpses of him being a tight end monster for the next couple of seasons. So I think if him, Pierce, and Jonathan Taylor are okay, I think that's a good, firepower offensive wise. It's just you trade away some of your pieces away and you're not really replenishing in them. So that's the thing for the future. How's that going to look?
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Anything else y'all want to let know about the Colts? Is AR5 going to find a new home? Because obviously he can't be in Indy no more.
Man, isn't that an interesting dynamic? I thought he would already been gone by now, but he's not, and he's practicing.
Nobody wants him.
Well, trade value wise, right? Yeah, sure. They're not going to trade much for him.
Is there a team that is a necessity of him right now, or do you think it's like a mid-season trade if someone gets hurt?
For sure. Mid-season is the most probable, Jose, honestly, dude. For sure. Now, with the Colts, fellas, let me ask y'all. Obviously, they surprised you last year. You don't have to tell me if they're going to be good or bad, but they surprised y'all last year when healthy. Healthy-ish. They weren't even fully healthy. But anyways, Daniel Jones being healthy. This year, let's say, just for argument's sake, Daniel Jones – mobile wise isn't the same for the first half, but all the play action ability, all of the deep ball accuracy that he actually implemented last year, the mid game, all that. And let's say all that is the same. Do y'all have a vision of this team going on a run like last year, or did they lose too much?
I just think they have to win their division, of course. I think there's only going to be one playoff team out of this division. So I think
we said that last year. We can't go on. We did that last year. It was still really three.
Here's what I'll say. Last year, it came all in as a surprise factor, right? Nobody was expecting the way they threw hands at the other teams. Mm-hmm. This year, you got tape on it. Now you got tape of Shane Steichen's Daniel Jones schemes with JT on the field and stuff like that. That's what is going to be a little more different this year. And when you look at the schedule, Milton, they're playing a lot of good defenses this year that can be able to stop that or figure them out. So it's going to be very interesting how schematically, Steichen with Jim Bob Cooter move this thing around to be less predictable. So that's all I'd have to say. That is, the questions I have for Indy this year.
That's a good point. 100%. Especially Tyler Warren effect. That'll who know he could still have a breakout, but he surprised a lot of people.
He is the key point for them if they want to make any kind of noise. He is that guy that he is their X factor going forward. Because I feel like he's going to be the guy. Besides Jonathan Taylor, of course, I feel like Jonathan Taylor, it's beyond measure. He's
right.
on the depth. He's on the game plan, regardless.
Right. Right.
But pass catching wise, I think Warren is going to have to be that guy for them, like a Bauer, McBride. You know how they are the lead
Sure.
pass catchers. He needs to be that this year if they want to be competitive.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, Milton. Let us predict the 2026 Indianapolis Colts regular season record. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, week 1 against the Ravens.
They start off hot against Baltimore. They beat Baltimore at home.
Ooh, okay. Week 2 at Kansas City.
Kansas City, Schmanza City. All right. Both. I think Daniel Jones will be much more healthy than Patrick Mahomes. And I think matchup-wise, Indy matches up very well with this Kansas City team. Even if Alec Pierce isn't there, I don't think that really is going to matter in this matchup. Close game, Indianapolis 2-0.
Okay. Week 3 against Houston.
Yeah, too much of a pass rush for Indiana Jones. He's not fully healthy. He's not going to – he's not – no. Houston wins. They lose.
All right. Week 4 at Washington.
So this one's actually tricky for me because with Washington, their defense, I do like a lot of the acquisitions. And I don't know if it's going to be early or late when they play well. I don't think it's going to be an all-year thing. I don't think any of that because they're still the oldest freaking defense in the league. So I was back and forth. I'm going to say they beat Washington, and that will make them 3-1.
Okay. Well, this is also a London game, so early London in the season. So fun there. All right. Week 5 at Pittsburgh.
At Pittsburgh, I have them losing that game. A lot of these crazy pass rush, or what I believe will be a wild pass rush, is not going to be good for Daniel Jones right now.
Okay. So what's your record right now?
Right now, I got him at 3-2.
Okay. Week 6 against Tennessee.
Tennessee, we can't. Oh, I'll keep doing it, but they're going to sweep Tennessee.
Okay. Week 7 at Minnesota.
Week 7 at Minnesota. I was switching on this one too. At first, I had them winning, but same thing. I think Brian Flores is going to scheme it up and make Daniel Jones' life a living hell. So I got them losing this game.
All right. Week 8 at Jacksonville.
At Jacksonville, I have them winning at Jacksonville. Yes.
Okay. All right. Week 9 against the Dallas Cowboys.
They will beat the Dallas Cowboys. Unfortunately for Joe, the Dallas Cowboys love your safety room. I must keep saying it all year. You have no corners. Your corners, absolutely. You can tell me the potential all you want. You have no corners, and
that's our weak link.
And I think also in the run stopping department, you won't suck. I think you'll be better than last or years past. But Jonathan Taylor is going to do kind of what he wants to you guys.
Well,
and if you can't stop the passing, the play, yeah, sure. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. But I think with the non-corners you have, the play action ability of Indiana Jones, yeah, you lose this game.
All right.
Or, excuse me. I'm sorry. Indianapolis wins.
Yes. Cowboys lose. Joe's Cowboys lose.
Yes.
At Lucas Oil Stadium, where they pipe in the noise because they don't have enough fans. All right. Week 10 versus Miami.
Miami is a bye week for everybody. They win.
Week 11 at Houston.
At Houston, they're going to get swept by Houston. Always close games, but way too early. I like the right tackle. I don't know if I like them as much as what they lost. So that really makes me a bit worried for those kind of teams.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Week 12 against the Giants.
Giants also was tricky for me. I want to say on paper this is a bad matchup for the Colts, but the defensive coordinator, I think these choices are going to drive me insane. For that much talent to put coordinators that I don't think know what the hell they're doing. Indianapolis Colts will beat the Giants.
All right. So you have them 8-4 going into the bye.
Mhm.
Week 14 at Philadelphia.
At Philly, they will lose that game.
Week 15 at Tennessee.
Sweep Tennessee.
Week 16 against Cincinnati.
Cincinnati at this point, we all know later the season goes, Cincinnati just thrives. They will throttle the Colts. It'll probably be the worst loss of the Colts this year.
All right. Week 17 at Cleveland.
Cleveland was also tricky. The offense is going to suck, in my opinion. And it could just be very dysfunctional and the whole season's a wash, Urban Meyer effect. Or because the defense on paper is still freaking good. Still very, very good. That's still the Indianapolis Colts will win that game.
No. All right. And finally, week 18 versus Jacksonville.
They'll lose the last game. So they'll split with Jacksonville. That makes them 10-7, if I'm correct.
Oof. That's not pretty after starting 8-4. You're having them end badly.
Yeah.
December.
Yeah, that sounds kind of like a Shane Steichen led team, right? Historically, that's kind of what happens.
It sounds like a GM getting fired and maybe the coach.
No, possibly. So I think it's way too early. And again, 10-7 is good. Will it even make the playoffs? We don't know. But I think the way it ends, and especially depending on the matchup they have in the playoffs, if they make the playoffs, they can go 10-7. And yes, to your point, GM and head coach or one of the other get let go because of, the fans. The fans are going to hate that. So,
yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's move on to the Houston Texans, who didn't get to win their division. They ended up going second, even though they ended strongly the year with a nice record of 12-5. And you wouldn't believe they're a 12-5 team with the way the offense played throughout the regular season. But that's how good the defense of the Houston Texans was. They were able to be so great that they got 6 Pro Bowlers, 3 All-Pros, and they were able to get another, playoff win before ultimately losing in the division game against those, what is it? Oh, those Patriots. That's right. But nonetheless, they did go ahead and draft a guard out of Georgia Tech in the first round, which is something they desperately need.
They did need that from Georgia, right? Was it Rutledge or no?
Georgia Tech. Rutledge. They've been needing to center.
Yeah, Rutledge. They're gonna put him at center.
Oh, they're moving him to center. Okay, I didn't know that. It's active as guard, but okay. But nonetheless, alignment. They needed to freaking reinforce the front line. That squad is atrocious. They brought in David Montgomery out of Detroit. Because we don't know what's going to happen with Joe Mixon. At this point, it looks like his career is over.
Yeah, they said he's going to retire. He was talking to people,
Yeah. Tank Dell will return after a horrific end of 2024 season. He'll finally return with all his ligaments intact. And
bro, he's been gone so long, it kind of feels like he's left football. That's how long he's been gone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Joe, how do you like Houston's roster this year? Obviously, those additions are very important. You know that they brought in Daniil Hunter for one more year, $50 million. They extended Will Anderson to a big contract.
Yeah.
But now with those offensive weapons in with Montgomery and Dell, of course, Nico Collins, and, they love themselves Dalton Schultz. Is this team, does it have any weaknesses at this point, Joe?
It does, and that's the most important position on the field, quarterback. That is the one weakness that they're gonna have to talk about. They haven't extended CJ Stroud. What are they gonna do there? He's looking like a middle schooler walking around with a backpack now. Cut his dreads off. Did he lose his confidence? That's how it looks like to me. He lost his confidence. Everybody's bashing him. Because after year one, everybody was anointing him a top 5 quarterback. Then he fell back to earth, and he hasn't looked back to what he was a couple seasons ago. And you don't have to do much because with this defense, you just have to be mediocre at best and just make sure you score a couple points, give the defense what it needs. For this defense to win, for the most part, they only have to score offensively 17 to 20 points, and this defense is going to hold. So that's the key point. Like if they want to go far in the postseason, CJ needs to kind of go back to year one CJ. It can't be this past year CJ. It can't even be year three-ish CJ. It has to be one to like beginning of the second year. I'm like, unfortunately, they still haven't given him a better offensive line, but you're giving him more weapons. You're gonna have to prove it this season. If not, he probably won't be with the Houston Texans next season if he doesn't do anything.
It's interesting, Milton, because media says it. I think some of us have said it before, but like and Joe said it right now. But when we really think about it, CJ can't go back to rookie CJ. It's just not possible. The other teams have figured him out. He needs to be a more developed CJ, a better CJ. I don't like the way he cut his hair. It does not not give him a good look. It
look like he's in middle school about to go play open gym or something.
I don't know.
All right.
There's no bueno. But he can't be old CJ. He needs to find this himself because I feel like old CJ. I think this is old CJ still. I think this CJ got too arrogant too quickly. Remember after week 2 in the sophomore week 2 in the sophomore season, he was trying to son kind of Caleb Williams. Obviously he probably was trying to be a good guy, give him advice like he was, after a great rookie season. But honestly, since that game, CJ has not been himself. It's been rare when we get the, quote unquote old CJ. I can think of wild card weekend against the Chargers two seasons ago. That's the CJ everybody wants to see. But I think that CJ is the one that's been playing this whole time. I think that teams figured him out quickly, and that's all it is. This isn't so. We don't need the old CJ. We need a new reamp CJ that isn't as predictable, doesn't hang on to the ball as long. I think he needs to find himself a better QB coach out there or something to help him during the offseason because I think old CJ's still here and he's worse than we thought he was.
Okay. Well, one, I value that point because that's a valid point. I think you're 100% correct. And all CJ has to do, the new CJ, is just under duress, because that's what he was, under duress. His offensive line failed him. It wasn't all CJ, but we understand when you're in that position, the better quarterbacks know not to make the crucial and untimely mistakes that CJ was making. So yeah. I do think this new CJ, all he has to do, because when everything's good, it's good. But when everything's bad, if plays are breaking down, if guys aren't separating or not open, if you're being pressured, getting touched, you just got to make the better decision than he's been making. To Jose's point, is that a new quarterback coach? In my opinion, you just need a good OC. And the only negative with D'Amico is, in my opinion, these OCs that he's been hiring. Yep. Not huge fans of him. Yeah, D'Amico's the man. Okay, I ain't demeaning D'Amico, but sometimes with head coaching positions, or it could be the GM. I don't know, Nick Caserio. This offensive coordinators that these folks are choosing, yeah, it's making people even wonder if CJ is startable. Should he start? Should they start Davis Mills, which is absurd, by the way. Texan fans.
I wouldn't go that far, but
that's crazy. That's absurd. So, yeah, CJ will be better. Now. For sure. CJ will be better. I think that was a smart decision. Everything that Houston did this offseason, I'm pretty sure you guys already touched on it. I love because they did not pay CJ. They let him prove it. Prove it this year. Go for it. They paid the guys they needed to. They didn't just relax on how great their defense is. They got even better. All the little weak points that I would say, like right now, are filled. The defensive tackle, they drafted one, and the interior is not bad anymore, in my opinion. It's not deep, but I'm not going to poke holes in it. So I mean, CJ just has to, yes, be a different CJ, but just in those timely manners. When it's all working well, if the running game is going with the Montgomery, I think he'll be fine. I do like CJ. I think CJ can have an even better year. Maybe not as stat driven as his rookie year, but he could have an even better year than that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. I think for the most part, I think one of the key points I said last year, I don't know if y'all remember, is that I felt like D'Amico always pick OCs that he can kind of pick on, kind of be like ahead of them, make sure they don't like keep them in check or whatever. You know what I mean? Like Nick Caley, I wasn't impressed with him last year.
No,
I don't know if I'm going to be impressed with him this year, but we'll see. Montgomery and Dell being back are going to be, or being in the roster now, is going to be huge. The defense
100%.
will probably still be the number one defense next year too. This is the Neil Hunters last year with the Texans, so make it count. You're paying him $50 million, so we'll see. Joe Milton, whoever wants to run me down the schedule, I'll give the predictions for the
I'll
Houston
pull
Texans.
it up because I was just
Okay.
looking at CJ's numbers for the past couple of years has gone down every year.
Yeah, of course. Injury and just overall play. But some of that, I mean, we all agree the offensive line was terrible. They have a completely different offensive line, but in a good way. They got proven studs on that offensive line and depth. So I love it. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So they start off week 1 against Buffalo at home, Sunday game, 12 o'clock.
They own Buffalo, so I'm going to go ahead and give them a W. 1-0.
Hey, week 2 against Cincinnati.
Week 2 against Cincinnati, they're at home, but if Joe Burrow's healthy, you got questions there. But you still got questions about the O-line, so I'm going to give Houston another win, 2-0.
Week 3 at Indy.
This is where Daniel Jones coming back early is a real test because I still think it's too early with the Achilles. And if he can't be a mobile quarterback and if he has to stand in the pocket too long, that defense is going to kill him. I'm going to go 3-0 start.
Okay. So week 4 against Dallas.
Texas versus Texas. I mean, pride is on the line in this matchup. But I'm sorry, Joe. Texas secondary is too good.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah. So
It's gonna be a very must-see matchup to see whoever Stingley goes up against all day long, either Pickens or CD. That's gonna be must-see TV all day long.
yeah. So I'm gonna go with the 4-0 start for the Houston Texans here.
With week 5 at Tennessee to see who can wear the powder blues.
Yeah, they're gonna snatch them powder blues. If Tennessee dares to wear them, that's when Houston usually kills them. 5-0.
Week 6 against Jacksonville.
This is a London game. Usually favors Jacksonville, but if I'm not mistaken, during this time, this is their second London game because they have back-to-back weeks in London.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville will go 1-1 in that occasion, so I think Houston will win this one in Wembley.
Okay.
So 6-0.
Week 7 against the Giants.
Cody's gonna hate me for this one. I'm gonna find this one to be the upset alert of the week. I think the Giants will surprise Houston. Cam Scatterboo, Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors will be back by them. That's when they're playing. Honestly, they're unpredictable, and sometimes that's all you kind of need to dissuade the Houston Texans defense. I think John Harbaugh figures them out, so upsets them 6-1 going into the bye.
Week 8, the bye week. So moving on to week 9 against the Chargers at SoFi.
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers will have a fantastic 2 offensive tackles in the front, but it just won't be enough. Justin Herbert's going to have a hard time finding his targets with Stingley and them back there. I give Houston a win here.
Okay, week 10 at Cleveland.
Easy win for them, respectfully. It doesn't matter if it's Shador, Deshaun, or even Dylan Gabriel. That's another win. That's what, 9-1? Or no, 8-1, sorry, 8-1.
Yeah. Week 11 against Indy.
I think they'll trade. This is a short week. This is Thursday
Thursday.
Night Football. So I think they'll split wins with them. So this will be their second loss of the season.
Okay. Week 12 against Baltimore.
Baltimore, when Lamar's healthy, when everything's intact, Matabuke is back. I'm going to give that one to Baltimore to win.
Okay. Week 13 at Pittsburgh. A Sunday night game.
Sunday Night Football, Houston Texans look back and get the win here. They possibly retire Aaron Rodgers in this game.
Yeah, possibly. Week 14 at the Commies.
They'll destroy the Commies, and hopefully this will not be Jaden Daniels' second or third injury of the season.
Yeah. Week 15 against Jacksonville.
Yeah, Milton knows how I feel about Jacksonville this year. I think they sweep Jacksonville this year.
Okay. Thursday night Christmas Eve game at Philadelphia.
This is a good battle. This is going to be determined. Like, what do you need? You need Jaden Daniels and CJ Stroud to step up the game. I think I'm not saying
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts has the experience. I think this is where he comes in and takes over at crucial points, not the whole game. At crucial points. Give me Philly to win this one.
Yeah, week 17 at Green Bay, Monday Night Football at Lambeau.
At Lambeau, Houston is going to embarrass Jordan Love respectfully. They will win this game.
And then week 18, right now, they have it as a flex game, so they're not going to know what day it's on. Tennessee.
I think Houston's going to take this one seriously because I think they're going to be fighting for first place overall. I think they want that first round bye. So I think they'll go ahead and play their guys this week. This won't be a bye week. They'll win this one. So, Milton, I think I got them at 13-4.
13-4?
I
think that's
back,
just... Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I look back, I think that's correct.
Your first loss, that was my surprise too. The Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those. I feel you. It's just one of those, like, oh, they got a good coach too. Oh, they're trying to get everything together. Oh, they got pieces. Boom. They just beat the Texans. Right. It's one of those. It's always one of those games anyway, for all the haters out there. But 13-4 is respectable. I think I gave them 12-5, but I could see up to 14. Like if CJ is just competent, he doesn't even have to be good, dude. This is with Montgomery. Like this is with that offensive line. Yeah, man, this is a freaking good, very, very good team. The only thing that holds them back, I'm not even gonna say CJ because I don't think he necessarily holds it back. I think he's gonna prove that with the good offensive line this year. Is the OC. I'm not a fan. He could prove me wrong, but yeah, anybody that watches this, normally when Milton doesn't like an OC, he sucks, right? And I think this guy sucks.
Yeah. Too many variables, sadly, there. But we'll see. Let's see how Houston goes. That should be good. Cody, if you're watching this, whenever you are, you're welcome. That's a great record.
It's a great record.
I know you want undefeated, but come on, let's be realistic. But all right, going into the last team of the AFC South, Jacksonville Jaguars. Liam Cohen is looking to repeat a head coach of the year type of season. No first round picks because they gave it away to Cleveland for that Travis Hunter selection last year. But they lost Travis Etienne, whatever you want to call him. They lost Devin Lloyd for a bag of chips. And I have a lot of questions. I think that this team will stink this year, Milton. I understand that people believe in Trevor. I know some people believe that Brian Thomas Jr. might get out of the funk. But I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm watching with this team because, just when they have a good year, like we saw the second year of Trevor, then they fall apart the next year. And then they stay down for a while. So there's no level of consistency where it comes to Jacksonville where I can trust them to go ahead and run this back again. Honestly, Milton, Joe, I think Jacksonville is a very good candidate being last in the division this year.
Yeah,
I would not disagree with you wholeheartedly on that.
From first to last, 100%, dude.
Because their draft was horrible.
Yeah, and the losses, like the additions versus departures, is kind of crazy with these guys. Yeah, like with Devin Lloyd, I think we talked about it, Jose. I would get letting him walk because he wanted a fortune, but the contract that he got is like, dude, you could have did that.
15 million a year. That's stupid.
You could have totally did that, guys. And y'all drafted him. You upped him. He had his career year, and you do that. So that gives me question marks. Mm-hmm.
I thought he was going to go like for like 25, 28 mil a year.
Easy.
He went for 15.
Come on, man. He's
for 15.
Still in his prime. We don't even know if we've seen the ceiling because he's just gotten better. And he finally peaked up right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Travis Etienne, excuse me, Jose, anybody, Jose gives me the green light. I could call him Travis Etienne, okay? Travis Etienne,
ATM.
I get why they didn't want to re-sign him. He got not a bag, but maybe too much for them. Whatever, sure. But that was one of the main key pieces when Trevor was last year, if y'all recall, when Trevor was not just inconsistent, but not playing well. It was the run game. It was the defense that kind of lifted this team up. And then, of course, Trevor started balling. We all saw that. But I just don't get it. I know I'm a big coaching guy, and Liam Cohen, he showed. He could do his thing. He can, you know what I mean? Like, he can definitely do his thing on the offense. And the defensive coordinator, that brother's really freaking good too. Caponelli, I think his name is. He comes from, I think it's the variants. He comes from the Vic Fangio, the Brian Flores, that kind of scheme. And those two schemes together are absurd. And he was able to implement that last year with being the number one rushing defense in a couple years in a row. As far as just yards allowed, I think that was the best out of the last couple years. And then, of course, leading one of the top leaders in forced turnovers. But you let Devin Lloyd, which is the main guy, you let him go. You had Tyson Campbell, you trade him for Newsome, and then you let Newsome just walk. On paper, and especially coaching, this team should be freaking really good. But I really don't understand that. And of course, like Joe said, with the draft situation, unless this guy's a genius and we just, we're late and we don't know what we're looking, or Joe doesn't know most college people don't know what they're looking at. I just don't get it, man. To be that good, it looks like exactly what Jose, you said. It looks like almost like it's going to repeat the Doug Peterson effect. Not saying the offense is going to be standstill like Doug Peterson, but overall the team success is like, okay, y'all are right there. And then you just fall off a cliff because of bad decision making. It's weird for Jacksonville. It is a very odd team to try to predict things with. Because like you said, Jose, it's a very unpredictable team. Trevor Lawrence, if you look at the last couple weeks, that's MVP. That's why he got MVP votes. You know what I'm saying? So, well, not number one, but you know what I mean.
He won me a fantasy championship. Shout out to him.
That brother he started cooking, and
it was the hair.
It's always the hair. Okay, yeah, always. It's just I don't. But then we've seen him in the same instance. Like, why'd you throw that? In the playoff game, you just threw it right to Shaq Thompson. What are we doing? What was that? That kind of thing. So this team is the most confusing team. All of our record predictions and all of that can be the complete opposite. That's how this team, it was very hard trying to predict this record for this team. But I would agree with you, Jose, on this being one of the main candidates from first to last.
Yeah. I'm not impressed by them.
I see.
I'm very, very unimpressed. So let's.
I want to ask y'all this real quick. If they have a bad season where they're like a top, 4 or 5 pick team in the draft next season, you know what they talk about, like how this upcoming season is going to possibly be. Could you see Trevor Lawrence not being a Jacksonville Jaguars uniform after this season?
No. I don't think it's going to be Trevor's fault. If they suck, I think it's going to just be their defense. They're coached well, but their defense is not deep enough. I think their offense is actually going to be good. That's the only thing I disagree with Jose about Jacksonville. I think their offense is going to be good.
I wonder if next year, if they still have their first round draft pick, do they?
Who's their RB1? Yeah, they do. They do. They don't
Tootin.
give
No,
up.
they're running back. Hey, hot take. Tootin is not going to be the running back one. Mark my words. Chris Rodriguez is.
He's
He
dealing
has
with a foot
history.
injury.
Sure, I'm just saying at the end of the year. He has history with Liam Cohen and Basho Tootin. Unless I'm missing something, I don't see it.
That was the only reason why I was like, why did you let ETN walk and then not
Crazy.
pick up somebody in the draft or get somebody remotely
Close.
there?
Right,
You know,
right.
I was
Close.
like,
Close. Yeah.
and that's
It's
Trevor's boy. Like, why not like try to keep Trevor's boy? Like they've been with each other since college.
exactly.
That's why he got picked up by the Jaguars because of Trevor. So it's like, what are you doing? Like, wouldn't you want? That's why I asked that question too, because now it's like, if something like that happens, Trevor might be, whoa, if you're getting away my friends,
Well,
what
that's a
makes
different
you think
way.
I might not leave? You know, that's why I kind of asked that question. Like,
That's definitely a different way to frame it. If you frame it that way, that's a good point. Yeah, that's very possible. Trevor just is annoyed, requests the trade. This is highly dysfunctional. What the hell are y'all doing? We just won 13 games. What are we doing? So I like that. I could see that.
it was
But
like
for
the
the team
Texans
now.
effect. It was like the Texans effect a couple seasons ago where they did so good and then they didn't do nothing. Luckily, they still won the division.
Right.
They still won the division. But it's like, why are you not trying to build off of what y'all just did this past season?
Right.
Like,
And I don't even mind when some teams don't build, but when you regress in major key positions and you don't replace it, like you said, it's weird.
Do y'all like that Travis Hunter's probably going to be more a secondary than a wide receiver this year? They gave up so
No.
much for him. Just they gave up 2 firsts. Last year's first and this year's first,
Right.
And then I think it's like a second and fourth. But now they're going to go ahead and switch him just to be a one position guy. I feel like they wasted that.
He's not. He's not going to be a one position guy. He's just going to mainly play corner. He's going to have certain packages as a wideout, which I think is
Like-
smart. Yeah,
like
for
Deion
you got
Sanders
to
effect.
right, but to a smaller extent. See how he does with that, and I bet you his workload over the next 2-3 years is going to get much greater. Where he can, if he does excel, will be definitely worth those picks. But they're just being. I think that the way they're handling that last year it looked weird, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt one more year. I like the position to be corner mainly and have wide receiver packages because the reverse doesn't really make sense to me. If you're a wide receiver mainly and then just go as a secondary for special packages, that doesn't make any really sense to me. Kind of ruins everything. As a wide receiver, I mean, we've seen that. Freaking Vrabel, certain defensive JJ Watt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've seen that all the time. So I think that's fine.
Who wants to be the lucky guy and give out the predictions for Jacksonville? Because I'll be honest, if it's me, it ain't gonna be pretty.
Hey, I got a Joe. It's up to you. I got a bad record for them.
I have a bad record too, but you're the Trevor
You know what?
lover.
Let's have fun. I
love Trevor.
Quick.
I love Trevor.
I can edit this as quickly as possible or whatever. I'll make it work. Let's all three do it because we all think they're gonna suck.
Okay.
All right. All together. We'll do it in order. Myself, Milton, Joe. All right.
Okay.
No interruptions, people. Let's do it. Make my editing a lot easier. All right. We're predicting the 2026 Jacksonville Jaguars regular season record. All right. Week 1 against Cleveland. Because this game's, I believe, at home.
Mm-hmm.
I think they lose. I think they lose week 1 against Cleveland.
I already know how this is going to go now. This is crazy. They're going to beat Cleveland.
I give him a W. One of the few like wholehearted W's I can give him this season.
Damn what I was saying.
Sorry.
I knew it. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Week 2 at Denver. All right. This will be an L.
I have them winning.
Joe?
Oh,
I'm sorry. You have the beating Denver in Denver?
At Denver.
You're on crack. All
No, I remember last year. I'm just saying, everybody remember last year. It's just a bad matchup.
I just feel bad for Trevor. I feel like Nick Benito's going to take his head off.
Offensive line's okay.
What was the game last year also in Denver?
I don't know. That's a good question. Don't know that one.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yes, it was at Mile High.
They beat
That's-
him up. They beat him up. They beat him up, man. Josh Hines Allen for that offensive line. Mike McGlinchey just can't do anything with them.
Bro, after that 1 year that Michael Parsons just like ragdolled him, I don't think he's ever been the same since.
But Mike's good. He is good. It's just certain guys. No, he can't do it against certain guys. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right, no worries. Hold on. I think I lost myself.
New England.
I'm coming. All right, week 3 versus New England. L.
Week 3 versus New England. Yeah, they lose. First loss. No.
Throw the L up. Throw the
All right.
L up.
Week 4 at Cincinnati. L.
L.
Yes, at Cincinnati they lose.
But
All
at
right.
Cincinnati, they lose.
Week 5 versus Philly in London. I said in the last matchup that they're gonna go 1-1, but I didn't know who they were playing. Now that I know who they're playing, they're losing to Philly. They're going 0-2. I'm gonna tell you right now. So that's 0-5 start for me.
You suck. No, I said the same thing. They're gonna win one or the other, and they're gonna beat Philly. Win.
L for love.
All right. Week 6 against Houston and Wembley. L. 0-6 start into the bye.
Bye week L.
Yep. L.
All right. Week 8 after the bye against Indianapolis. You know what? They're back home. I'll be nice. I'll give them a win here. First win of the season.
This is my second win of the season.
They lose against Indianapolis, their first matchup.
All right. Week 9 at Baltimore. L. They will lose to Baltimore.
L 7 weenies.
Oh, my.
At Baltimore, yeah, they lose to Baltimore.
Week 10 at Tennessee. They'll win a surprising road game in this one for me. They will get the W. L for Joe.
They will win at Tennessee.
All right. Week 11 at the Giants. I think the Giants will take advantage of the turf toe situation, and the Giants will defeat them here. Joe just doesn't want to say anything. He just wants to throw up the L's.
L.
I think they will lose to the Giants. Yeah, I think the Giants will have it figured out by now.
Week 12 against the Titans at home. I think they split with the Titans here. So because that they beat them last time, they will lose this one.
W's in the chat.
Yeah, I have Jacksonville sweeping Tennessee.
Week 13 at Chicago.
Where's
Chicago's going to win this one.
Where's Alex when you need him for this?
I don't know. We're trying to see. Where's he at?
L's.
At Chicago, they will. I might as well. They'll win this game.
Surprise, surprise. I am surprised. All right. Week 14 against Pittsburgh. Monday Night Football. Don't know if they'll be able to flex it out at this
Hope
rate.
so.
But if they don't, give me Pittsburgh to win this one.
Pittsburgh with the dub Monday night.
Yeah, I got Jacksonville losing.
Week 15 at Houston. Let's go ahead and say Houston sweeps them because they have no reason to be losing to this team at the rate that they're going right now. At this point, they have already accepted tanking.
Texans by TKO. Feel bad for Trevor this game. Bold on parade.
I think at this point, divisional wise, they won't have anything to necessarily play for. So they lose. Houston loses. Jacksonville wins. Sorry.
All right. Week 16 at Dallas.
Sunday night football.
I think that this will be an L against the Cowboys.
L's.
Yeah, they'll lose against Dallas.
Week 17 against the Commies at home. Let's go ahead and give them a win here.
Give them a W in the chat.
There you go.
Yeah, they'll beat Washington.
All right, and then week 18 at Indy. I don't know if Indy's going to need this win here or not. I'll say this: they're going to be competing for the spot with Houston, so they probably want to try to win this one. So I'll give an L to the Colts here on this one.
They split for me, so they win that one.
Okay. So I have them 3-14.
I knew it. I freaking knew it. Gosh, dude, I can't see that. I can't. Not with the coaching. I just cannot see that. So my range is 6 to 8. Honestly, I think I shouldn't have given them Chicago and maybe Houston because I made 8. I think that's too much. I'll just say I'll just say I got them going 7 and 10 because I have Tennessee going that. I don't think they'll be necessarily worse. So 7 and 10 is my prediction.
Joe, did they win or lose week 18?
They lose.
All right, so what's your record?
So I had them 1, 2, 3, 4 games.
Yeah, me and Joe at 3 and 4. You're at 8.
guys, I don't.
Let's bring in the professor to see if he can split it up because Milton's alone. Alex, before we go into edge rushers, do you think Jacksonville will suck this year like me and Joe do?
I got them sucking too.
Okay, we have them sucking 3 to 4 wins.
Where did you have them at, Milton, real quick?
I think I gave them 2 extra ones, but they could win one of them. So I say 7 and 10 to be safe.
Well, the over under for them is 8.5 wins. So
under.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have the same year they did last year.
Nah.
Yeah, I think they'll have a slight dip. I mean, not only that, I think the teams are getting healthier, like KC. So that's a spot that's gonna be hold on. It's gonna be pushing back to hit the playoffs. Dang, what the heck is this thing keep coming up?
I don't know what's going on with your computer, dog. Nothing's popping up for us.
No,
stay off the websites. Pop-ups just happen. That's a joke. Anybody? Okay. All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Hold on, I'm at the exit real quick and go back in.
We never saw him again.
Man, 3 wins, Jose, bro. I mean, I just can't, dude. Where do you think it goes super wrong? Do you think it's okay?
I don't think I don't think the offense has enough firepower to keep up with everything every game. You know what I'm saying? I think the defense is honestly lackluster for me.
It is, but the coaching. Do you hear my point on it though? Because with the coaching, it's the dude from Pittsburgh. He's done an excellent job, and I think good coaching with not the greatest personnel still, I don't think makes you absolutely. You going 10 less wins. You're going 10. There are 10 less wins than last year. I think they're worse, but not 10 wins worse.
Okay, I mean it's just like Tampa last week. Like it's probably not this low realistically.
Sure.
But at the same time, too, when you're doing these predictions, you're also like not telling yourself they're gonna win a lot of these games. There's like even the last round, I said Houston may lose to the Giants. A weird one.
Right.
This year, bro, there's too many like good offenses and defenses. I just have a hard time seeing. Realistically, could they sweep Tennessee? Sure, that's another win. Will they beat Cleveland? Sure, that's another win.
Sure.
But then at that point, that's all I can give them, and that's still only 5 wins.
So I think where we would agree is they're definitely going to go the under. That's one thing we'll agree. I don't think they get 9 for sure. Yeah. Okay. I think that's fair. But Chi-Town, I would love to hear your thoughts about Jacksonville. Are you more towards Jose 3 to 4 wins, or me a little more moderate, like 7, 6, 7? No, not all right.
No, I think that about like 7 wins is probably where I'm thinking. Because like I said, I mean the Colts they got Daniel Jones coming back, but I don't think they're gonna do the same thing they did last year with that where they sparked up in the at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that division is up for grabs as far as like them with Tennessee being such a young team, they could probably make a splash. Even though they're like I said, they're a team that has a lot of holes, but I
Mhm.
think that division, like I said, is really up because we don't. There's question marks on every single team in that division,
Mhm.
and they're not good question marks. I mean, Houston, are they gonna figure it out offensively? I mean, defensively, we know what they are. They're an elite team. They could take it to but they could take it to like a championship game. But the thing is, they have to make drives. They get so stagnant, and eventually the defense is gonna wear out. So yeah,
D- Well, who do you, well, since we already got all the Jose has Houston Texans winning the division. I have the Houston Texans winning the division.
so do I.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, to your point, all of them have weaknesses, like any team. But I think the least amount of weaknesses is Houston. Because even offensively, they fixed, quote unquote, the problems
Their weakest hole is CJ and the OC. That's their weak
right now.
That's their
Right.
weakness. Yeah,
Right.
but for the most part, you know,
Offensive line, right, got fixed. Monty is going to be good. So I think running game is fixed. But yeah, like you said, CJ's a question mark. I think that's a good question mark because I think he'll play with a good offensive line.
Yeah.
But OC is where, yeah, I'm a bit more.
Well, fellas, Alex, in your head, obviously you just said Houston wins it. Is Indy close at all to compete with them? What about Tennessee? Like,
I like Indy. I like their running game. It's just that like they don't got a quarterback. They stack up the box. JT did show like if you do have a quarterback that could at least can at least do a game plan and
Right.
like don't get don't try to get out of its like their own ways and go off script. That team could make a run for that division. It's just that question mark is like I said, they all have question marks, but I rather not take a team where their question mark is the quarterback healthy enough after we just seen him tear his Achilles, which is a pretty hard like injury to come back from.
and
So
they're clearing him 7 months
Yep.
afterwards. So that
yeah,
again, I have questions too there. But we'll see, man. It's gonna be an interesting year. I think Houston has a really good shot if CJ can find himself a new way of doing things and stop going back to the old. I think this team can go farther than just a divisional round. But we'll see. The Neil Hunters last year, like you got to execute. You
Right,
got to
right.
execute. So,
Agreed. Mhm.
all right, fellas. Obviously, Alex, we couldn't get every detail of your AFC South position, but we got you just in time for your top 15 edge rushers, which we will all go down right now and say, Alex, I don't know if you want to go first or you want to go last. I don't know if Milton wants to go first.
I just got out of baseball practice, so I'm trying to message all these parents real quick
All right, no
for the
worries.
tournament.
All right, guys. Well, I'll go ahead and go first with my top 15 edge rushers. What's my criteria? Milton will ask. They look good to me.
Well, you got me stumped. Can't argue that one. Can't. That's good. Go ahead.
And honestly, like for like if I have a criteria of anything, obviously,
Yeah,
like,
please.
with me, it's just I would say this is what they've kind of been the last 2 years. This is what I think they'll be
Okay.
the next year plus with it, and a lot of it also has to do with what changes has been made for that roster for overall, and is it positive? Is it negative? We'll see.
Okay. I like
so
that.
we'll see how this goes. It's gonna be a little tricky. So I'll go 1 through 15. Number 1, Myles Garrett, obviously rating DPOY. New team, Chris Shula will be now his guy, and he'll be possibly playing with Aaron Donald, and who knows, and Brian Young, and who knows what else is going on with that defense. But Myles Garrett up there. He's great. Number 2, Will Anderson Jr., the next guy stepping up. He's about to take over that position completely once Miles starts slowing down, if Miles even knows how to slow down. Number 3, I know he's probably going to be out for the first third of the season. It's still Micah Parsons. You saw the significance of how it was for the Packers when they lost him. They were never the same on that side of the field, and it exposed a lot of the things that people believe in Jordan Love on the offensive side. Number 4, I don't feel like people talk about him enough, but Aiden Hutchinson is not getting as much love as he should be getting, in my opinion. It's my opinion. I get it. The Detroit defense ain't sexy, but when he's on the field, it's sexy. I'm just saying. Number 5, I'll be honest, Milton, this one probably has a little more tapestry written on it than anything, because we don't know what his leg is like moving forward. And I'm talking about Max Crosby, because there's got to be a reason why the Ravens moved off him. I haven't seen it yet. Obviously, he'll be playing soon. Maybe he'll be traded. I don't know. But Max Crosby is number 5. Number 6, it's MAGA's own Nick Bosa, who's cheering on Ryan Clark's demise. Number 7, I got TJ Watt.
He is.
TJ Watt's obviously going towards the end of his career, but honestly, when he's there, he's still very impactful. What's up, dude?
Look at my mom's card.
Oh my God, you made Mama a card. Oh, you put Daddy's name on there too.
Yeah, and I put Emma's name, Leon's name, and Mom's name.
That's what I'm talking
Because
about.
it's a
Heck
Mom's
yeah.
Day's card.
Thank you, Papa.
Heck yeah.
Gosh.
So I'm over here screaming at my kid because he had a bad practice.
Mom's Day card.
Yes, Papa. All right, go make me another one. Andale. Love you. Bye.
What's your favorite color?
Blue. All right. Number 7 was TJ Watt. So number 8, it's Nick Bonito, and he has a really good shot with this year, with the repeat of this of all his guys back in there to move up to the top 5. Crosby, with who knows his questions, with Bosa getting older, with TJ getting older, those guys can easily take a step back for Nick Bonito. Nick Bonito could be a dark horse for DPOY this year.
Sure.
Number 9, it's Will Anderson's partner in crime, Daniil Hunter. He's gonna have one more year with Houston, $50 million. He's worth it. I know Alex didn't like it when they first did it, but he's been worth it for the team. And rounding up the top 10, hey, it's the guy that just got sent to Cleveland. It's Jared Verse.
Right
That
on.
young man is dangerous. And look, say what you will, that defense is still a beautiful
on
arsenal.
paper. Yeah.
That offense, ass. But that defense, beautiful. Jared Verse, I'm sorry that you got, sent to purgatory, but you're still great. Top 10. Number 11, give me Brian Burns. I think he's still going to be exciting, exploding all over the place. Pause. And he'll just be having a hell of a time this year. Number 12, a lot of it has to do with age, but he's in a new situation where he can still shine. It's Trey Hendrickson. I think Trey is going to be fantastic this year, but just not as great as before. Number 13, this maybe has to do with what the team record will be. Not really a hindrance on him, but because his offense will let him down. Josh Hines Allen. Give him some love. He's still a top guy out there. Number 14, probably the guy that's going to be the face of Carolina, both north and south. It's going to be Jalen Phillips. And then number 15, to round it out, the savior of TJ Watt's career, it is Alex Highsmith.
Oh, wow. Okay. Give him some love. Okay. That's not a bad list, dude. That's not a bad list. I'm going to say mine, and Chi-Town, you start critiquing, and we're somewhat similar until we get further out, and my top 5 is a bit different than yours. So what is it? Top 15 edge rushers heading into 2026. At number 1, Myles Garrett. No surprise. Number 2, Will Anderson. I don't think it's a surprise. If you put somebody over him, I could hear the argument. It just depends who. Number 3, this is where me and Jose differ. I have Aiden Hutchinson at number 3. I think as far as importance, impact, both run stopping and pass rushing all by themselves is Aiden Hutchinson. Pass rush, of course, Micah, but run stopping, Aiden Hutchinson. At number 5, where's my number 5? I got Mad Max. I got Max Crosby. Same thing. Last year, he's coming off a year. I could see where this in revisiting this list, this looks stupid because his injury is actually serious, and we are all fools, and the Ravens were actually smart. But I just don't think. Good.
That's all right. Did you say number 4?
Number 4. Did I say number 4, or did I say 5?
Number 4. You said you went to 5.
Okay, number 4. Sorry, number 4. Max Crosby.
Gotcha.
At number 5, I didn't number it. That's my bad. At number 5, I got Micah Parsons. I think Micah Parsons, his run stopping abilities gotten better. It's not. I have the other 4 ahead of him because of that. I don't think he's elite there. I don't think he's a problem anymore. He's not as bad as he once was there. At number 6, honestly, it's out of respect because the last 2 years he ain't done nothing. But new coach, maybe this will help. I got TJ Watt. TJ Watt, all out of respect. Love TJ Watt, so I'm going to give him some kind of respect there. At number 7, here's the one that might surprise y'all, folks. I got Jared Verse. I think, yes, the Browns suck. But Jared Verse, as far as just powerhouse, good run stuffer, pressures, he has the same pressure rate as a Myles Garrett. He just doesn't get home. But obviously, as y'all would guess, with time, that I think that can just change. All he has to do is get home. Jared Verse at number 7. Number 8, I got Nick Bosa, Mr. MAGA. What number did you have Nick Bosa at?
6.
Oh, 6. Okay. We're at that. I thought we were close. Okay. Number 8, Nick Bosa. At number 9, a little ahead of you, I got Danielle Hunter. He's older, but I think we can't disrespect Danielle Hunter. He has to be a top 10 no matter what, in my opinion. He just overall impact, numbers, pressures, run stuffing. There's no weakness with Danielle Hunter, really. Now, does he benefit over with Will Anderson? Maybe, but we've seen him do it without Will Anderson. So at number 9.
Same number. We had him at 9.
Okay. At number 9, I got Danielle Hunter. At number 10, I got Nick Bonito. So Nick Bonito, kind of like what Jose says, this is especially the trajectory that he's going. I hope that his partner in crime on the opposite side, who is that? Cooper, right?
Yes.
I hope he is playing. I think there's like some weird legal trouble or whatever. But so if he's playing, 100%. But if he's not, this could get kind of tricky. But Nick Bonito rounds it off the top 10 at number 10. At number 11, I got Brian Burns. More of not a liability in the run game, but just not as crisp and good as the others in front of him. At number 12, I got Trey Hendrickson. I think he'll be a huge impact player for the Baltimore Ravens. They need a pass rush. He's going to definitely give you that pass rush. Again, not the best in run stopping, so he's a little bit further down. I will say if what's the brother's name? The interior lineman, Matabike, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he's playing, he could go even higher. If he's not, he might not even be on the list because I think Matabike is actually the more important factor on this defensive.
He got cleared a day or two ago. So
okay, sweet. I just heard the injury was like really career threatening, so that's where it kind of threw me off a little bit. At number 13, I have Josh Hines Allen. So as just steady production. Josh Hines Allen, I think nothing's going to change. He's going to be productive, especially with Campanelli running the play calls. I think Campanelli has utilized Josh Hines Allen better than any defensive coordinator has. That's just my opinion. Josh Hines Allen at number 13. At number 14, this is very trajectory. I got Abdul Carter. I think Abdul Carter, as far as pressure rate, win rate, he's up there with the top echelon, not the top echelon, let's say top 10 guys. And I think this year, hopefully, this is a breakout year. To me, it's leaning towards that rate. I think he'll get a bit more snaps with Thibodeau. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But he's my number 14. And my number 15 actually is going to surprise some folks. And honestly, Jose, I'm not mad at the Highsmith one. I had him at 15, and then I changed him for this guy. At number 15, I have Greg Rousseau. Buffalo Bills, I think with the new defensive coordinator, Jim Leonard is a mastermind, in my opinion. And I think he'll utilize the strengths of a Greg Rousseau. And I think they brought over Bradley Chubb, if I'm not mistaken, to replace Bosa, which I think will also help. Ed Oliver, if he's healthy, the whole line changes. And I think Greg Rousseau, as far as run stuffing ability, is he's top 10 out of this whole edge rush list. But I think the pass rushing stats will start accumulating this year. That's my top 15.
Okay. Alex, I don't know if you have a list or if you just want to critique.
No, I made a list, but
Heck yeah.
By the way, the Rousseau one, much respect. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of forgot. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. He didn't have the pass rushing, but remember, we're doing edge rush, not pass rush.
Yes.
So,
He's
I got
not gonna get you. He's not gonna get you to sacks, but he will stop your ass.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how you guys feel about edge rushers. Do you guys like y'all's edge rushers with their hand on the ground or standing up ends?
That's a good question. I don't have
Alex, you've taught me to like the put their hands on the ground.
That's like traditionally that's like a 4-3 defense, right? Like
right.
Myles Garrett is.
Right.
Those guys are you're not gonna see them drop back in zone coverage, or
of course
you're not gonna see them get a line up with a running back coming out the backfield. To me, like an edge rusher, I like the guy hand on the ground. Don't get me wrong, but if you're versatile, like in covering a guy and dropping back into coverage, as a coach is gonna like that more because you're like you could use them a lot more. You could just more packages. But again, you're not gonna put Myles Garrett out there and to cover a damn running back.
He's gonna be a liability at that point.
Yeah,
right?
And his best asset that he brings to the team is let him get around the corner and let him try to get to the running to the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I see it two different ways. I mean, like I said, I do like a guy with their hand on the ground and try to man on man or tight end. You know, you use two guys to cover one DN, and that takes away from a quarterback throwing the ball to him. I just was just trying to throw out there, like, it's kind of hard though, like, to talk about edge rushers and how you evaluate them in that way.
But I would say the top 10 are mostly hands on the ground folks, right?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Well, mine's a little different, so that's why I'm saying that. So,
Okay.
All right. So, number one, I'm gonna go with Myles Garrett. Of course, I think we've all picked one for Myles Garrett.
Yes.
Number two, Will Anderson. I was high on him on draft day. I fucking told everybody this dude's gonna be the guy. Number three, you guys dropped him pretty low. To me, he's still even though he's getting up there in age, but I still think he's crushing it. You might not be there in the stats, but TJ Watt.
I knew it. You've been high on him. You're the one before I ever joined that would always kind of debate. I know you kind of probably made up your mind now, but kind of debated TJ Watt versus Garrett, right?
Yeah.
Right. I used to piss me off in the background. Right.
And then number four, the Spider-Man's coming out this week. Brian Burns, he's low for you guys. I put him in my top five. Number five.
Go. Sorry.
Number five, Mr. MAGA himself, Nick Bosa, hand on the ground, Mr. Southern hospitality guy. Number six, I mean, the injury to these guys is kind of tough. we know he's one of the best in the league, but with the injury, I gotta put Max Crosby at number 6. Same with Michael Parsons. I think they said even his timeline changed, right?
He'll be back by week 6 against Dallas.
Yeah, that's you're eating into those needed stats to be considered a top elite rusher, I guess. And number 8, Nick Benito, man, dude's crushing it. He went from no name to the name. Uh, Number 9, Daniil Hunter. I can tell Jose, I was pissed whenever they signed him. I'm like, it's a waste. But he's been proving me wrong, man. He's showing up. He's helping Will Anderson. Will Anderson has been thriving too with Hunter being on the same team on the opposite side. Number 10, Josh Hines. Number 11, Trey Henderson. Number 12, Khalil Mack, dude. How can you not? He's still elite. I still feel like he's still got some in the tank. What am I at? Number
13.
13. Jalen Phillips. And then number 14, Verse. The thing is, man, he is a bull rusher, dude, and he hasn't changed nothing from his game from Florida State till now. It's still bull rushing, and it's working, but I mean, I said it's not gonna work in the NFL. He's been doing it, and I'm still like waiting for him to hit that wall. I think with him going with the Browns, it's kind of gonna bring his confidence low. I mean, he's no longer competing for a championship. So I'm interested in see how that's gonna play out for him. Number 15, call me a homer, dude. This guy's gonna be a top edge rusher. It's gonna be Austin Booker. Austin Booker. You want to bet on it, Milton? That he's gonna have. Let's bet on it.
No. Let me tell you the reason I'm shaking my
Come
head.
at me, ho.
So if you say, okay, there's some upside to Austin Booker, which I agree with, and he can be the lead pass rusher for the Chicago Bears, completely would agree. I think he could take over Montez Sweat, sack, and all that. Sure. When you say top 15,
yep.
I disagree, but the main reason why I'm shaking my head is I did not hear you say Aiden Hutchinson. And you have all these guys over Aiden Hutchinson. It's kind of crazy.
Sick fuck.
That's kind of crazy, shots out. You'd admit that's pretty freaking crazy, dude, right? Okay.
You gotta kick Austin Booker out now, huh?
No, wait, I did
kick somebody else off.
I did put Austin Booker, but I mean Aiden Hutchinson, but I guess I deleted it. I don't know. I did make it yesterday on the way home from work.
Okay, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Like the Austin Booker love.
Where did you have him?
I could have sworn I put him like within 8. I know I put him over over Max Crosby.
Oh, so that's 6. Okay.
That's man. Oh, I think because I hear your injury point, but same thing for Bosa, right? So that's where it's
I feel like Nick Bosa has been doing it for a longer time, though.
No, of course. If we're saying career, me and you ain't going to go. I agree, but. I think your list, because you're saying Booker, so it's a mixture of what you're seeing, right? What they've done, but then also what they'll do and what they can do, and that's where your Austin Booker. It's a hot take, so make sure that stays. Make sure he stays in your top 15 because that's a hot take, but it could come to fruition. But just Aiden Hutchinson, that's the only reation why I was shaking my head. That was crazy.
Yeah, I
That's all. That's all, dude.
I could have sworn I had.
It's okay. Make sure you get the top. You want him to, I'll say you're muted.
We'll fix it in the editings. You know what? I'm just going to put Aiden Hutchinson at 6. He's above Max Crosby. So, Austin Booker, you're out. Sorry.
No, you got to keep Austin Booker 15. That is such a hot take.
He's out. He's number 16, honorable mention.
Austin Booker is going to be in the top 15 in sacks as an edge rusher.
Well, you know what? You should have kicked out Khalil Mack since it's probably his last year.
Khalil
You
Mack
know
is
it
still
is.
good. Khalil Mack
He
is still
is.
gonna,
He's
still
so
I'm
gonna
not
good.
saying he's not great. I'm not
He
saying he's
is.
not great, but it's probably
For
his
sure.
last year.
For sure. Maybe. Maybe.
I mean, I'm just saying like top 15 because I heard Milton saying that like as far as stats wise, I know you brought up TJ Watt not having the stats there. I think I think Austin Booker is a lot of people are not going to talk about it, but he is going to be one of the guys that are going to be one of the youngsters that's going to have some impact as far as stat wise.
I got you. I got you. So stat wise, yeah, I could see. Well, y'all are gonna need it. You know that, right? you need a freaking pass, like a Montez Sweat can't be your number one pass rusher. Montez Sweat's good, but he can't be the number one guy. So hopefully, for your sake, yes.
Even last year, like even the games that Austin Booker did play, he outshined him, like for sure.
Sure.
He even knocked out Jordan Love a couple times.
Yeah, and also whenever we're doing edge rush, funny enough, Jose, you freaking did the criteria, and I normally do, and it didn't say my criteria. It's kind of self-explanatory. Like pass rushing ability is cool, sacks and all that, but Chi-Town, I know you would agree, sacks doesn't equate like the best pass rusher. Well, no, the best pass rusher maybe to an extent, but best edge rusher. Like if you're an edge, your job is to set the edge, to be an impact player. What kind of impact are you providing in the run game and the passing game? Pressures, quarterback hits. How many times were you in the vicinity? All these extra little measurements. That's what makes a good edge rusher. So, reason why I bring that up is just Chi-Town brought up the TJ Watt, and like with TJ Watt, I don't put a hindrance on him because of his lack of sacks. It's just his production as of the last couple of years has ever since like 2021. Give me grace if I didn't get the actual year right. He's been doing this, and so I kept him in my list in my top 10 just out of respect, but I can't put him so high because I'm not going to just let him. I can't just say, oh, well, he's been this. He was all pro 4 times. Yeah, he's.
So what do you? So you're saying his game has declined as far as what? Just like his stats are not there no more?
No, it's not just well, it depends what you mean by stats. I mean like pressure rate, missed tackle rate. That missed tackle rate's gone up. Obviously the sacks have went down, but sacks aren't everything. I'm not talking about that.
No, here's why, and I'm not trying to make an excuse, but the thing is, him playing, out in coverage, you're not in the box no more like these other edge rushers. So I think you're gonna see a lot more guys getting away from him because, like I said, that could be in the context of you talking about him, missing tackles. Like I said, I'm not trying to make an excuse.
Okay, that's good.
As far as the other pass rushers, they're not doing that. Was it 2 years or a year ago? Jose, he batted a ball in the air and he picked it off.
It was 2 years ago, and I feel like I understand what you're saying. Like I know you said last 2 years compared like to a few years ago, but like I feel like only last year was really the year that he was really weird.
And to tell you the truth, that play right there, Jose, is not going to go down as a pressure stat because he literally just what I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to like.
No, that's a good point. No, you're making valid points. Go ahead, dude.
And I'm saying like he plays the game a lot different than these other ones, so I could see why his game technically has been declining as far as looking at the stats, the pressure rates and stuff like that. He's just being asked to do different things.
Sure. I think I'll say to Jose, to your point, yes, last year was really where I like, damn, what the hell is going on? It was just off. And I'm not even going to blame TJ for that. Everything was off when it came to Pittsburgh last year. So I'll give you that. The year, I guess and I don't think it's fair to TJ maybe. I'm basing it off of like what he produced. And so maybe that's why I say, the last 2-3 years, he's kind of consistently trickled down in production. But both of you make valid points. So, I mean, we'll see this year. I mean, I still have 6 or I'm not going to keep saying that. I think number 6. Yeah. Number 6 or the other number.
Yes,
and 6. Okay. So I still put him in there. But yeah,
I will give this credit, and I think there's a lot of it has to do with we are always going to compare him to a rivalry with Myles Garrett because that's all it always was for like the last 5 seasons. It's always been who's the better edge rusher, pass rusher? Is it Myles? Is it TJ? Is it for the sacks? Is it for the tackles of loss? Which one is it? And when you look at like 2 years ago, he took a step back to where he was second team All Pro. Last year, he didn't even get an All-Pro selection. Last year, it was weird. He was hurt. He missed a few games. His numbers declined as far as solo tackles, sacks, tackles for loss. Everything declined for that point. But at the same time, we also remember everything that he does is in the same vision we see Myles Garrett. They're about the same age, maybe about a year apart. So that's where we probably feel a little more criticism towards TJ. But yeah, TJ's still a top 10 guy. Like I have him 7. I know Alex, you got him at 3. But I mean, honestly, we know what Alex feels about him. He's made so much impactfulness.
Yeah.
He's literally destroyed Cincinnati on his own multiple times to where he made Joe Burrow look like a fool. Doesn't always win those games, but still make him look like a fool. And so I think at this rate where he's at right now, I think 7 is fair for me because you got guys like a Nick Bonito, a Jared Verse, young guys who are hungry and looking to take those spots that TJ is taking. Now it's just up to TJ now, maybe with the new head coach, not the same voice he's had his entire pro career. Maybe now that could all change, or maybe it might regress and even get worse.
Right.
So we'll see.
Very questionable. That's why maybe I was a little bit even more hesitant. There's a lot too many questions, and I think our list are there is a bit of preference there. When I have Myles, Will, Hutch, and Max, I think I put them in a high regard because, and not taking away from TJ, because he could actually be making them, but I don't think he is. They can do their damage and their impact, and a lot of the times they don't really have much help. Will technically I can't say that for Will, but maybe I look so high on Hutchinson and Max because of that, possibly. When it comes to TJ, no knock on him. You got Highsmith. I think Herbig is a great pass rusher. I'm not going to say run stuffer, but he's a great designated pass rusher as well. Maybe that's why I just hold them a bit more high regard, at least at the moment. Maybe.
No, I like it. Y'all had some pretty like great names as far as like the edge rushers. I think is it Highsmith? You guys, that's a guy that's really goes underrated.
He is. He is for sure. He is for sure. Yeah.
I think he's pretty good. The one that kind of I didn't want to put him on there, but like because of the year he had was the fellow from KC. I don't know why I can't say his name.
Karlaftis?
Yeah, he was going like he was going up, and then
he got paid.
Yeah, I don't know what it is like.
I'm with you. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He has all the tools to be a great edge rusher and to be alongside with Chris. Chris Jones just plays a 3 technique, but still, Chris Jones could be lined up right next to him, and he's going to get most of the attention. Karlaftis could go off, and he's just not taking advantage of it, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah, maybe this year will show something different because with that draft pick that they used on the other interior defensive lineman, maybe that helps boost them. But also they lost Leo Chanel, so I don't know. We'll see. I also was high on Karlaftis, but this last year was a bit of a downer.
Money like Marco said last week. Money.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, 2 weeks ago, sorry. But it happens. Some of these guys, they get that bread and the effort just doesn't last. But all right, guys, that's it for this week. Great list, great predictions. The South will not rise again, only in Houston. Next week, we'll be talking about, and Alex, you better be requesting off or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Next week, the NFC North is here.
Nice. Oh Lord.
A lot of people are disrespecting the Bears. I don't care.
But we want to hear from you.
Yeah, I've heard the same disrespect, Chi-Town, and I get some of it. I do get some of it. Do you understand some of it? Like without being biased?
Yeah, I do. Like all that stuff that they had, like all that good luck they had last year.
Right.
Welcome to how a Patriots fan feels.
No, I know. You know what's crazy is that they don't have that same energy with the teams that do. Like, example, a lot of
they love Green Bay.
No, the Denver. Right?
Yeah, Denver's a perfect example.
Denver. Oh my God, they're having the Bears are not going to have a great year. Fast forward to the guy talking about his Denver team going to have a great year, but they don't bring up. Didn't they just they got lucky against the Giants? Didn't they?
They also had the second easiest schedule of the season.
So I get it. So I get it. Yeah. They're talking about Chicago having a good a hard schedule, this and that, and they're not going to repeat.
They had a hard schedule last year.
And then the turnovers are not going to be the same thing. No, but the thing is, if you look at the track record of the coaches that they have on that coaching staff, year in and year out, that coaching staff that they have are typically in the top 10 in creating turnovers. So no matter what, I feel like that team, even though they don't have the guy on defense, they're going to create turnovers.
Sure.
And that's always been the model for Chicago. They've always been a team. It doesn't matter who was DC. Maybe the past 3-4 years, the defense has been bad, but they still create turnovers.
Right.
That's going to happen. The thing is, now that we have a quarterback that doesn't turn over the ball, that's the thing. And now it's being more talked about. Like Chicago's making their turnover ratio or whatever is up there. They're right. Plus 20 now. Well, yeah, now we got a quarterback that doesn't fucking turn over the ball. So that's probably why.
We'll talk about them next week. Obviously, like Alex already said, Chicago has right now listed the hardest schedule. We know all these things change throughout the year.
Right.
None of this stays the same. Last year, San Francisco had the easiest schedule before the season started, and by the end of it, they're in the middle of the pack. New England had the easiest schedule. Denver had the second easiest. Buffalo had the fifth easiest. Nobody wants to talk about them but me. But now it's a different story. Now we talk about hard schedules and all that stuff. Well, if that's true, then Cleveland should be 14-3 next year because they have the easiest.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
We know Detroit's the only one in that division that's significantly far away as far as change the schedule right now, but that means nothing if you can't execute. Just saying. So next week, NFC North. I want you here available, Alex, for the whole damn show. And we're also going to be doing top 15 wide receivers.
All right. Wideouts. Just overall. Right.
Overall, you can put a wide receiver 2 in there, maybe a few if you believe they're a top 15 candidate.
Yeah.
I don't know. The wide receiver 2 in Cincinnati are fighting each other, so I don't know.
They're not fighting each other.
Did you not see that whole fucking team fought each other?
No, they're fighting the defense, not the offense. We're going to go on the offense.
That's what I meant. Like they're fighting each other and they're taking it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's how it be.
That's how everyone. Right. Well, didn't Pittsburgh do the same thing?
That's all right. It's all right. It's good. It's all right. It's good. It's good TV.
I expect AJ Brown to smack somebody next week. It's okay. Mm-hmm. And then Philly will hold that against them.
Man, I cannot wait to really dive into this NFC North because I haven't looked at the schedules and I haven't really planned it. So my agenda's here, but I gotta be objective.
I can't wait to the combine. I've been running and I've been lifting and I'm ready to fucking fuck up people and take names. Nice. I can't. Oh my god.
Well, this is like the real.
Jeff better not run a crossing route in front of you. I'm going to lay him out.
Hey, so
flag football.
Oh, it's flag. I was gonna ask, what is?
It's not tackle.
Oh, fuck that. I'm going for the ball.
I'll take the flag. Go ahead. You'll give me a
You know what?
penalty.
You know what, Alex? You do that. We'll take the automatic first down.
Nah, I'm not gonna hurt nobody, dude. Last thing I want is somebody to get hurt and they gotta work the next day.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt.
Alex wants to knock off freaking Jeff's turban off for the game.
Turban is crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. I probably I don't say nothing like whenever I'm playing. But if somebody starts to talk, I'm gonna let none of your friends know right now. If they start to chirp, oh, it's over.
Why are you coming at my friends?
Because your friends like to talk.
Yeah.
You don't even remember who Kevin is. Kevin doesn't talk.
Kevin doesn't talk. He's a cool dude.
But I can't wait. This is gonna be so cool.
You can even ask Marco. I'm super calm. Like I don't mess with nobody. But once they start talking and start like
the biggest shit talker on that team is probably Jeff or myself.
Yeah,
but I don't talk shit during out the games. Like I have no reason to.
Jeff, he's not.
My teammates are James, Jeff, Kevin, Milton, and Tim. We're the quietest team.
Oh yeah, you guys are quiet.
Okay, we're gonna be humble. We're gonna be the humble team, boy. Y'all gonna be talking now. You're gonna be talking the whole time, bro.
Yeah, I don't talk. I'm just.
I don't either. Yeah, right on. Yeah, likewise. Yeah,
we're the quiet squad. I don't know now if that's actually in favor of us, Milton. I
know. Yeah, it could be bad. Like mental warfare could end us. Yeah. Like, they're in my head. I should. Oh, what's going on? I hurt my feelings.
You're gonna ask me every time we're in the huddle. Like, Alex, can you design a play for us? I design a play.
You know what's funny? Kevin, when we did his combine, he had already a list of like plays for us to like do for everybody.
Bruh, I already know it clockwork. Like fucking Marco, I'm not gonna make him throw a 5-yard out because he's gonna throw picks all day.
Y'all selected 60 yards for Marco and myself to try to reach touchdown.
Dude, it's gonna be easy. We're gonna do RPOs, one half read throws, like just read half the field. If it's not there, let it.
Okay, just so you realize, the passing TD, the 15 points goes to the person who threw it, not to the person who was driving that round. So, if you give it off to someone else during your drive, they get the points.
Oh man, yeah, I gotta. So many messages I couldn't really figure out like the rules and all that, but I'm just game. I haven't played ball in a long time.
Community notes right there, bro. You can just read it off whenever you got time.
Okay.
It should be fun though. I'm excited.
Oh, for sure.
I haven't played football since I got hurt. I've been playing basketball, but I'm not even going 100% either.
Oh. I haven't played ball in multiple years, and I'm not that active anymore. So y'all might catch a Chi-Town. Y'all team might catch a. Who knows? We'll see.
You might catch them slacking.
I might. I'm not as confident as I once was. So we'll see. Once I start running, we'll know. I'll know.
You're not a young man no more.
It's a good thing that Jose's friends don't really know me, so they look at me and they're like, "Oh, you don't have to guard this guy."
Oh my god, no one ever said that. You're talking of shit.
No, I feel like they're gonna be like, they'll be all right.
Well, now I'm gonna tell them, no, you guard him.
Can y'all see that well or no?
Yeah.
Oh, let me just full screen it. This is a spreadsheet, dog. Jose made a spreadsheet for all this thing.
Oh, nice. Let me see. Oh, that's funny. Late penalty. That's funny. Jersey shirt. Okay. So I can wear. Like, what does that mean? I could just wear any.
So wear a shirt or a jersey. You show up, you get 10 points. You don't have to wear the jersey the whole day. You just.
What about Argentina fan minus negative 20 points?
NFL.
Wow.
Only here, buddy.
Okay, NFL jersey. Okay, football throws. So that's us being quarterback, right?
No, that's just us. We're gonna test how far we can throw it.
Oh, that's fun. Oh gosh, I know. Now I got to practice. Oh,
yeah. I've been throwing baseballs.
Everyone gets 2 tries.
Oh, I got to warrant. Okay, I got to start practicing. I haven't thrown a ball.
Team bonus.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
I'm gonna accumulate everyone's points from this thing, and whichever team has the most points gets an extra 5 points.
Okay.
So you better win each round football punts.
Oh God, I'm gonna be a liability, Jose. God,
No.
I can't kick a ball, boy.
We're gonna have to give it to look. We have to give it to team one no matter what because Marco will punt it for 80 yards.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Marco's on Chi-Town's team, right?
Yes, Marco's
God.
gonna win
Well,
it for them right there
yeah,
alone.
there
But
goes
if the other players suck, it might
that'll be
benefit
good.
us.
Maybe we'll catch up. Okay.
I'm pretty good at kicking.
Ah, damn it.
I put the soccer in here. I hope y'all and Alex enjoyed that because
Soccer? Oh, y'all are gonna. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna look good this one. Oh God, I'm fast, but I can't kick a ball.
So I can only rely on you during the football game.
Oh yeah, honest. Hey, I'm fast though.
Look,
That's all I
if
got.
you block a kick, you get 10 points.
If I block it, ooh, okay, I can do that. Hopefully, unless y'all got some skill, y'all get. I feel like I'm gonna get crossed up. Oh, this is bad.
Well, the kicker will select who's the goalie. So Alex might pick you or Jeff.
I think I'll be a good goalie though.
I'm
strong.
That's what I played. I played goalie when I was in school.
Oh, so you play? Oh God.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I was pretty good at goalie.
never played soccer in my life. I'll say so.
Yeah, and so the order of the QBs: Mikey, Tim, Trey, James, Marco, Jeff, Tony, Milton, then Alex, and myself, Jay, and then Kevin.
So how does that work? So it says one drive. So we get a drive and we get.
Yeah, you have to go 60 yards to score. So
only one time. We only get one shot at it.
Yeah, that's it. If you throw a pick, you're fucked.
Yeah, sure, of course, that makes sense. Oh man, and is there going to be a pass rush? That would be super sweet. Could I run?
That's what I was telling Jose, but I think that we get.
I'm gonna say no because I can't really track that.
I was gonna say I'm running for whatever 15 yards is first
down. But
I
think I'm gonna allow 10 seconds. You gotta throw it within 10 seconds.
Okay,
if you don't
sure.
throw it, then...
Holy shit!
Okay, you know what? You're right. 5 seconds. You gotta throw it in 5.
Oh, come on.
You gotta bring up the pace, dog.
Yeah, sure, but what if 5? Give it back to 10. Come on,
5,
forget Chi-Town. Give me back to 10.
7 on 7, they give you 4.
I'm being nice then.
All right, let's do 8.
5,
all right,
5.
Whatever. Fine, 5. Whatever. I don't make
5 seconds, and if you don't throw it, that's a loss of down.
It's okay, sure.
Exactly.
Damn, that sucks. All right, well, I'm gonna have to really
and then
prime
10
the
10
receivers.
Points, 10 points for the winning team. Honestly, a touchdown is just 1 point, and then we just go. Whoever wins after the 12 drives. Y'all are trying to kill me with 60 yards. I'm just saying. I was okay with 40, but y'all trying to kill me.
Jose, once you do it, it's not that bad. Like it's honestly not because it's only 20 yards and for every first down, and you only need. That's how it is on.
That's how we did with Kevin's though. It was only 40 yards, and I was like a little.
I'll
do it. I mean, I ain't no pussy.
I'm doing it, but I can complain when we're doing.
Look. Hey, Alex, I'm gonna say this. I was the only one on my team that voted for 40. The rest of your team picked 40, dog.
What did Marco pick?
40.
Oh, what a fucking wuss.
Only you and Jay picked 60.
Look at you.
The rest of you picked 40.
Yeah, I picked 60. I said, let's make it difficult.
All of my team but me picked 60. So you know what? That means my team is
Trey.
Yes, even Trey with 40.
Trey the game.
Trey weighs like 120 pounds now. Why the fuck does he not?
Okay, you're acting like he's playing football every week, Wade.
God, man.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Tony is probably the most fit guy you got on the team, and even he chose 40.
Like,
well, Jay plays soccer. Maybe I don't know.
They play soccer, so we're doing soccer against soccer. Oh man,
these three play soccer right here. We're at a huge disadvantage.
Oh
this
my
is our
goodness.
only soccer player right here.
Jeff.
Jesus.
Hey! I just give him the benefit of the doubt.
He played soccer at a YMCA when he was
fine.
Like 7.
Okay,
damn.
I played soccer in middle school.
There you go.
So you're our leader. Damn it, Jose. Damn it, Jose.
Okay, I'm not trying to disrespect Alex here, but Kevin's the best football player out of everyone here. So, Kevin.
Okay, pure football. Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin played.
This motherfucker has. You can see all the scars on his legs from all the surgeries he's had.
Damn. Okay.
He played in Pearsoft. I played against him.
Hey, maybe all of us. I want to be the best at something. We can race.
You played probably a younger version of them, but not him. There's no way you played Kevin. He's my age.
Kevin was, I think he was a senior whenever. I think I was a sophomore.
I think Kevin's my age, or maybe like a year younger. But it can't be. I don't know.
How old are you?
35.
Yeah, I'm 31.
That could be in the same high
Maybe,
school.
maybe. Yeah, freshman versus
senior,
high school.
freshman,
Yeah.
senior. Yeah,
Freshman, high senior. Yeah.
yeah.
You're still not the youngest of everybody. It's freaking Marco over here.
Respect.
I don't know, but I'm just gonna kick ass and chew bubble gum. But I'm all out of gum.
Wait, what is that off of? What is that?
Who do you think you are? I am.
Who's that from? Hey, you say you're 31, Chi-Town?
Yeah,
When's your birthday?
December 30th, 1994.
Ah, okay. You're big,
Tell-
bro. All
tell
right, fair
everybody.
enough. You got me. Yeah, you
Yeah,
could have
I'm-
just told me the year. Hey, I'm February 11th, 25 though.
Wait,
There you go.
you're not 25.
No, 25. Like the 25, 1995. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, dog.
I'm
what?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Ain't no
95.
way you're 25. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. That's what I'm talking
Hey,
about. Thanks,
so
man.
you went to school with Joe?
Yeah, he was a grade ahead of me.
Joe.
Yeah.
What a sucker.
What did Joe do?
What you know? What's fun? What's funny, Milton? Because what year are you from East Central?
13.
I think Marco was 17, so he probably just missed him by a year.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause-
oh yeah. I was gonna say if if he knew me in high school, yeah, he wouldn't.
yeah,
he
Marco
didn't-
just
he didn't.
missed him by a year.
Your school kind of was kind of bad, right?
Well, East Central, you're funny. That was the nicest way you could put that. So I would say when I was a freshman in football, no, they were very good. They were very, very good. When I was a freshman, though, so 2009. And the year after that, I think they were okay. In track, they were pretty good. But my year, football, they were okay. They always lost to Steel, though, so that was always that. But in track, I think track they were okay. So I was about to join the track team, but I failed. So there goes that.
Yeah.
But we were never like a known team for something. No, we weren't like big. No.
Soccer was my guys back in my day.
And actually, maybe we were. I'm the wrong guy to ask. Again, in high school, dude, I was a freaking
I like East. Like I think we played with East Central a couple of times in basketball tournaments there, but they were never really. And they were a bigger team than
It's
like.
it's a big 5A
school.
or whatever it is. Yeah.
And we'll play them in basketball tournaments, but they were never a team that would like.
Are you trying to diss? Are you trying to
little
cause
bit.
beef right now, dude?
A little
What
bit
the hell are you
because-
doing right now?
Because like, you guys have a badass like colors. Like I like y'all's color. The East
Okay.
Central colors.
Okay. All right.
And,
Now I'm gonna wear 'em.
Joe and Jalen played football there, right?
Yeah. I don't know if Joe played football, but I know Jalen did.
I thought that's how they met.
I don't know. Maybe in middle school. I know middle school he played the sports.
Man,
It's at the same
I
middle
don't know.
school, but high school I don't. And again, high school I was the bad kid. So I thought sports. Everybody that played sports, I thought was like a little bit homosexual. So
Yeah.
I was one of those. Yeah. And now look at me. Yeah.
You like to grab balls, huh?
Yeah. No, like when they would play it and be so serious. I didn't. I wasn't. But I wasn't. It was just I was one of those kids, slits in their eyebrows, sagging. Just think of that. I was one of those kind of guys that
Yeah,
just was like
that's my buddy Sean. He turned like that too.
right.
Yeah.
So
Oh, man, why are you guys playing? Like you guys, it's not even that serious.
Not
No,
touching each other.
no, well, not in that tone. What do you think? I'm homosexual myself? What the hell's
No,
going on?
like,
Why do I
there-
talk like
there
that?
was- There was a couple of kids like that in our school too that would like try to tell us like, why you guys want to like? It's not even fucking serious, bro. Like, why? You
Yeah,
guys-
that kind of stuff. That was that weirdo stupid. I
Yeah.
think that's stupid now, but that's how I was back then.
Yeah, look at you now.
Yeah, I respect sports. I think it was just because I always failed or I got kicked out of them, so I just became a rebel. Yeah, so I guess that's what it is.
I mean, it was fun. I mean,
I regret not taking it serious. I never played a sport a whole year, and I really regret that. I really do. Yeah. Always something happened. I either flunked and said I wasn't riding the bench, or a teacher was hating and told the coach something. You know what I mean? That's how that went.
I don't think you need to be. I don't think you have to be an athlete though to know the game though. Like,
Oh no,
just
100%. I think I know more than a lot of people. Yeah.
Just to like talk about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. I've been watching sports for a long time. You know what I mean? I've been really nerding out over football. Like when I thought it was. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
My friend, he played sports. Like he was on my team, but he hardly ever played. But now he's like he does something for like the I think St. Marcus or the Texas State. Like he does something for their media, and like he actually goes to their games, has to like write everything down, like what they did, and he critiques them like pretty much for the newspaper.
Nice.
Like a beat writer. He's a beat writer.
Yeah, right.
And he talks about the sport really well. I'm like, dang, like, and you didn't even know where they're going on a blitz scheme. Like, how
right.
how the heck are you knowing all this stuff already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I played a lot of sports. It's just I never got to play for a school because that's how it. I would play in the neighborhood stuff or go to somebody else's neighborhood for sure. I was active. It's just school.
I even played hockey.
I was bad in school. That's crazy. Yeah. That's you got white in you, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. I played hockey in Chicago.
Oh, of course, Chicago. Duh. Yeah. I can't believe you're still alive. Jose, get the hell out in the street.
It's Puro after dark, dog.
Oh, okay.
Shit, you know.
Okay.
Right,
sometimes some people just want to know us, bro. Some people just want to know like how we are. You know.
You're right, dude. You're right, dude. Sorry.
But all right, guys. Nonetheless, good shit. Sports Mailman was in the house. The professor was in the house. The Big King was in the house. We are Puro Pinche Sports. We're gonna kill each other in the combine in 3 weeks. Let's have fun. It's gonna be hot. 8 a.m. Almost Park.
That's a perfect time.
We die together. Puro Pinche Sports. We are out.
Later, fellas.
Later, bro. Good show.